All right, welcome to the April dev stream. I am
Hello.
Corrigan, the creative director of Raw Metal.
I'm Zach. I'm the programmer.
I am Pavel. I am the 3D artist and technical artist.
All right, and we've got a lot of cool stuff to show off this month, including some looks at the first boss and some gameplay of that boss fight. So let me just first we can show off some concept art. For
You're not
starters,
sharing
we
your
got.
screen, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do that. So first we got some concept art. This is the contraband station. Zach, do you want to explain how this works?
Yeah. So currently in the current demo, if you die, you lose all your items and they're just gone. But in the final game, whenever you die, all your items are going to get sent to a contraband station, which is basically this secure room. You'll find one on each layer of the game, and if you get there and get in, then you can get your items back.
Yeah. It is usually found later on in the game. There's one per layer, and it's on the last level of the layer. So if you die on the first level, you're gonna have to make your way all the way down to the third level in order to get your stuff back. So make sure you don't die. It's far from a crutch.
Yeah, and these will be heavily guarded as well. So
Yeah, absolutely.
it's never a free get your stuff back thing.
Right. Um. Okay. We also got some level layout designs. So this is going to be the second level of the second layer. You can see much more organic design, like the first level of the second layer. Just a lot of caves. These blue lines indicate water. So there will be shallow water in some of the parts of these caves.
No, it's a water level.
It's a water level, and you'll be really noisy moving through it. So you'll have to figure out whether you want to risk going to the middle of the room and step in the light, or if you want to make extra noise walking through the watery parts. So that sort of adds an extra environmental challenge. We got this one as well. Design behind this one is the third one. Design behind this was basically to make it more of like an interconnected web, and we can shut off these doors in different variants, so you could have completely different routes and layouts every time you go to this one. So this one is going to be especially dynamic in terms of how you need to approach it one run versus another run. We have one more thing in terms of concept art to show off, but I'm wondering if we should save that for the end.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, with that said, I believe we can get to the demo of the game, because most of the stuff that we want to show off is playable.
Yeah.
You can play it. You can play the game.
There are features in the game.
I'm going to be playing with keyboard and mouse because I am a freak.
No, it's good. You have more tech, or it's easier to do.
Yeah, yeah. Let me bring that volume up. Oh yeah, so Zach, do you want to talk about the thing that you added to the surface level?
Uh, yeah, I actually can't hear it on Discord right now.
Oh,
But
rats. Well, it's
Also
playing.
cannot hear anything.
it'll be in the recording at least.
Yeah, I can
Um,
switch.
but yeah, oh my god, no, it's like very loud.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I turned up the stream volume a bunch. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we did not have music for the surface level for a while, and now we do.
Back and away
So I
from
went with He's really funny. This guy needs some work. But the idea with this was I wanted to keep it silent for the stealth sections, because I thought that was kind of cool to just have the ambience. And then, of course, when you get into pursuit or combat, the music comes in, which is like also a good way to introduce the player to the dynamic music. Since this will be their first level, sort of hits them with the, oh, hey, this has their own music.
Yeah.
And you'll also notice another addition, which is there are some new indicators that show when a guard is able to hear you, and also when they notice you. And those will also appear off screen, so it makes it a little easier to tell what's going on, especially with the hearing thing.
Yeah, I found it super helpful, actually.
Yeah, we noticed a lot of players, like at PAX and stuff, like walking up, and then the guard would hear them and turn around, and they would not really know why that happened. So we kind of adjusted the whole hearing thing, so there's now this little like sound gauge that shows up when you get near a guard.
Yeah, let me actually... Oh yeah, and we have a new throwing indicator, which is very handy, and you have a lot more control over how far you can throw it.
Yeah, you can now like aim at a specific position instead of just directionally.
So, yeah, if I sneak up on him, you can see the red sort of sound thing starting to fill up. That's not like a gauge, it's more like an indication of how close I am to the radius in which he'll hear me.
Yeah,
so
when all three of those little sound wave things are full, it means you're gonna be heard.
Yeah. So that means you can't actually just full walk up to someone and sneak up on them anymore. You need to actually slow walk with control, or just by lightly pushing the stick if you're on controller. And we have also, of course, the graphic of them spotting. I just think it does a lot for stealth. It's a lot clearer now what's going on, and it makes it a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Something else you may have seen is the new heat indicator. So the whole heat system of guards, like recognizing what moves you're using and then blocking and parrying you, has kind of been like overhauled, because the original purpose of it was just to prevent like spamming. It still kind of is that, but we've managed to make it a little more interesting, because before it was completely based on just how much you use a particular move, which meant that like guards would track like all your moves separately. So theoretically, if you like balanced out using all your moves equally, they could still build heat, and that was kind of annoying.
I found a bug. There's no music.
Interesting.
That is quite strange. Let me try like reloading the level.
But yeah, there were just some issues with heat, so we changed it, and it's more based on like what series of attacks you use now. So if you were to like, if you just spam like punch kick, punch kick, punch kick, they'll still recognize that, as opposed to before where it would just be one single move. But also it has kind of become a little more forgiving, because there's only one heat value instead of one for each move that you have. But
yeah, so it's become both more and less forgiving, I'd say. It's more accurate and less tedious now, in my opinion. Oh, shit.
Yeah, it still does its job of, if you're just spamming the same moves over and over, you're going to get parried a lot. While sort of making it more... It makes it more consistent, really. It just is like more consistent that if you're playing in like a spammy away, you're gonna get countered, and if you're not, then you're gonna have a better time.
So if I just... Ooh. Oh, come on, camera. Ooh. Yeah, if I just spam that, he's very quickly going to... And if I also just alternate punch and kick and punch and kick, you can see it's also building up there.
Yeah, and so now not only do you have the block as an indicator of the heat going up, but you also have that like popped vein icon.
Yeah.
Which I find really helps because since the blocking is also a bit random, having that indicator there to tell you like definitively their heat's getting up there,
Yeah,
it really
it's a lot
helps
more
to
consistent.
know like, okay, now's the time I should like mix up my attacks.
Oh yeah, so I think now is the time we should talk about the concussion grenade. So the magnesium canister has been replaced with a concussion grenade, which instead of blinding them, does this. So we chose to do this because we found that the magnesium can was a little bit overlapping with the taser dart, where it was
just taser dart but stronger basically.
Yeah, pretty much taser dart, but it blinds, it stuns everyone, and we didn't think that was. We thought it was a little busted and also not that interesting. So now we have the concussion grenade, which knocks back all enemies in the radius, and that distance they get knocked back falls off with distance. And the gloves that used to concentrate the power of the magnesium canister now concentrates the power of the concussion grenade, which is pretty fun. In addition to that, you can also combo into and out of throwing gadgets a lot more easily. So it feels a lot better to use gadgets in the middle of your combos, and so you could launch a guard and use a concussion grenade to blast it back and like knock everyone else back in the process. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. Pablo, do you want to talk about the assets you made for the lounge?
Yes. So originally we had the what was it? The forge here, but that was going to if that was for later in the game, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
For the second level.
Second level. So in here we have the lounge. It's a place where the guards usually go on their breaks and chill, and where you as a player can go and exchange your gear you find at the gear exchange. So to make it seem, make it more lounge worthy, if you ever worked at a retail store, yeah, you have your favorite couch vending machine and your good old TV playing some type of movie or show that usually comes up on the late night. And yeah,
whatever broadcast networks they have in this
yes.
solar system.
It's the solar system, exactly. Yeah.
It's VHS.
Yeah, it's VHS.
They do not have satellite TV down here.
Satellite TV, yeah, so it's all cassette, all some
yeah. Okay, so perfect. I just got a multi-threat targeting system, so we can show off the gear exchange. So I just exchanged it for level 3 Grimite gauntlets. That's really good. Wow.
Yeah, so basically you... Do you want to open that again? Can you explain what it actually does?
So yeah, getting ahead of myself. So basically you just click on a piece of gear in your inventory, and it will exchange it for another random piece of gear for the cost of a certain amount of Grimite. Zach, do you know like how likely is it for you to get something that's better than what you have, or is it something that's worse than what you have? Is it like even?
It's like the same as just picking up gear from a container, except the chance of the gear being broken is lower.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Yeah. Cool.
It's meant to be pretty random because
right. Yeah.
You're basically
it's not.
You're able to do this as long as you have money to spend.
Right. Exactly.
Spend, so.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's just a nice way to shuffle up your build early on. So you could just, on the first level, you can bring in anything you don't like and swap it out for something else, and hopefully you'll get something better. Looks like I got a number. I keep on opening the cheat menu. All right. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit, I think. Let me just go to the next area to go to the forge. But we.
I think you should show off the like. Gadgets in combat a bit more.
Yeah, okay. I miss my wife. So, we've got some changes to... Did we talk about the changes to... Whoa! Holy shit. Oh, yeah. So guards can do that. I forgot.
Yeah, that can happen now. You can't circle camp them anymore.
We made some changes to the electromagnet. It's not an instant kill anymore, because that was busted. Still need to lay it down in shadow for them to not see it. But essentially, it just traps them for a long period of time, and a certain amount of damage will break them out of it. So it's good as like a crowd control thing to get them off your back. It's also a good way to set up a sneak attack if you're in stealth.
Yeah, I find it's pretty good in stealth.
Yeah.
And definitely in fights with a lot of enemies at once, it can be nice to have to just keep one of them in the corner while you mess with the other ones.
Right. Let me try.
And also the gear that we had before. Okay,
That was weird.
The gear that we had before that was that made you like get better loot from guards that get KO'd in a electromagnet has been changed, so it decreases like the timer decrease from hitting them, basically. So if you have that gear, you can trap someone and hit them a bunch of times and not have to worry about them getting broken out immediately.
That was close. Uh-oh.
Noisemaker coming in clutch.
Oh no. Okay, good thing I have this.
Okay,
Oh, no.
that's another thing. That's another thing we can talk about. There's so many little things that we've added this month. So you may have noticed that there were, I think, 4 guards in combat there, even though I think there were only like 2 in the room. So previously, when you entered combat, it would take all of the guards that are in the room that you're currently in, and they would enter combat. But now, as long as a guard is in pursuit and within a certain radius of you, they will enter combat. So basically, if you get seen by like 5 guards and enter combat, as long as all 5 of those guards are within like a decent distance, they will all be in combat regardless of if they're in the same room.
Oh.
Which makes
I don't know when I dropped that. Ooh,
It makes multi enemy fights a lot more common.
Oh, also we adjusted parries. Did we talk about that yet?
Nope.
So we made some tweaks to parries. A lot of people were saying that they were too hard, and they were. So we made them slightly easier. But they were also busted when you did land them, so we nerfed them a bit. So now instead of basically making the guard defenseless and essentially setting up a free kill, they knock them back, leave them vulnerable for a little bit, and allow you to chain directly into a launch move. So if I don't screw up the parry, if I get the parry, okay, that was weird. I seem to be worse now that I've gotten used to the old timing. Oh, let's see. Let me just make sure I don't die.
I mean, the old timing should work because there's no startup on it.
Hmm.
And well, actually, I guess that would make it.
It would make it a little later.
But yeah, you could see there. Parry into launch immediately.
Yeah, which is pretty handy.
Oh no, you are encumbered.
Oh yeah, that's another new thing, encumbrance indicator, so that you don't just start getting slower and not notice it.
Oh my god. Oh no.
What have you done?
Lul. Cool, alright. Okay, so now we got Forge. Let's just repair some stuff, upgrade that, scrap that. Alright. That is fine. Don't ever catch me. Oh shit, that's a dead end. Oh, no! Alright, one more? Okay, I was hoping it would take me directly to the elevator. Don't ever catch me. Later, loser. Alright. Oh, it goes to this one first. Let's just skip directly to the boss.
Yeah, the boss isn't in the actual
there was layer
list of
2
levels right now. But yeah, layer 2 music didn't exist last month, did it?
Yeah. So we can go back and talk about that later.
Yeah, there's a couple new tracks.
Alright. So, this guy is the head of security. Will be the first boss that you fight, and they've got this sort of stance gauge that fills up over time that you need to essentially keep the pressure on in order to in order to break it. Oop. And once it's broken, then you can start knocking them around like a regular guard. Oop.
Yeah.
And there's no voice for them yet because we're still casting that role actually. And by the way, we've gotten a lot of. We put out a casting call for voice actors lately, and we've gotten a lot of applicants. I think we're over 100 now. So that's been going well. There's been a lot of very talented people who want voice in this game, and it's really cool to see. So more on that. Whoa! Hopefully next month or the month after, very latest. Whoa!
Oh,
That's new. Oh, at least it worked. It gets down.
Yeah. They've got a bunch of different combo chains.
You also aren't you still immortal? So this is kind of
Yeah.
cheating. I don't know.
Well,
about this,
you know,
man.
it's for demonstration. I only have noisemakers. Forgot that since I added a bunch of new animations, but didn't add the animation events to them for the sound effects. There's just no sound effects for hitting him.
oh. So the boss is in the second phase now, which gives them access to a lot more moves, and it gets pretty dicey.
Right. Uh-oh.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Whoa! And you can also do that. That's what happens if they grab you. So you don't want that to happen. I'm pretty sure I would have died like 5 times by now.
The command grab is it's pretty funny. Before we got that working, the pickaxe throw was basically non-existent because the pickaxe throw only happens if you're like far away. So I think it's pretty cool actually.
That would
It's
have
kind of like you get thrown and then it like leads into the. So yeah, the boss does not die.
the boss doesn't die yet.
Cannot win, truly.
I also can't lose. As long as I keep my cheats on. Unless he hits me on the map, apparently. Alright. Let's go back to layer 2. I think... Oh, wait. This is gonna break, isn't it?
Maybe?
Yep. Ooh. It's alright, I just gotta enter combat again and it'll be fine.
Yeah, this is
Ignore
a
this,
fun.
ignore this.
Yeah, this doesn't matter. It's a bug that does not matter because it won't be in. You won't. It only happens if you cheat. So just don't cheat, and then it'll be fine.
Well, no.
The boss on the bar is still there. But yeah, you can hear the new layer 2 music.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a different vibe.
Oh, there's someone in here.
There is someone in there.
Oh. They're looking.
Whoa.
They just like both looked over their shoulder and were like, nope. Nothing there. How far can I bounce this?
Maximum range should be the same as it was before.
Yeah. are alone. Oh, I have to loot before I... Oh, that's something to consider. I have to loot before I can sneak attack. Oh, the boss stance bar is still there. I just realized that.
It's good there.
Yeah, I really have not been paying attention, apparently.
Oof.
Oh. No! Leave me alone. I'll blast you.
I don't think you're very good at this game. You're showing your true colors, and
Yeah.
it's kind of disappointing.
I'm actually bad at stealth games. Oh. Leave this place. What else can we talk about? What else have we done thus far?
I don't know, I feel like we kind of rushed through everything.
Yeah. Things just kept, like, happening, and we were like, oh yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, all of the things we did are just like omnipresent. I mean,
Suppose...
there's some gear adjustments, but that's pretty much just related to the gadget stuff.
Right. Yeah, I suppose we can show off the last thing, the concept art, and then call it a little early, I guess.
Yeah, we can. We haven't had any Q&A to do, so
Yeah.
it's been a bit faster.
Right. Oh, there is I was on a podcast
Oh, yeah.
from someone that we met at PAX, and so that's Indie Game International. That's gonna be out hopefully like early next month, I think, early May. So you'll get to hear me talk about video games.
And I believe this weekend we have something also happening.
Yeah, we got a local event, Imagine RIT. So, if you
Yeah, it'll be
happen to be
game.
in Rochester, or are an RIT student, then you can drop by. Ow, my elbow.
That was a pretty big dong.
Yeah. I put a lot of oomph into it.
Record that.
Give it some ooh.
Right, okay. So, let me show off this.
What is it?
This
Oh,
is
a mystery.
the second
It's
boss.
not
There goes
on
the
screen.
It's not on the, okay, well, it's not on your screen. They can see it. You can't.
Can
I
we?
want to see it.
I don't see anything, man.
Well, you don't see anything.
Damn.
But the recording sees.
Ah, yes, this guy.
So this is the second boss of the game. Can't disclose a lot of info yet, but this is a sneak preview at what this boss looks like. So, I
Can you
don't know.
disclose me a little bit of info? I'm so curious. I have to know.
He's an asshole.
Okay.
No, he is utilizing something that we have seen in the second layer so far
Whoa.
to
Okay.
power
now
his suit.
now I'm even more intrigued. You're just
Yeah.
raising more questions. God, it's so
I'm so intrigued by this mysterious character.
It's so mysterious. I'm stalling. I'm padding for time.
Just watching the clock.
What can we do for the next 25 minutes?
I don't know.
I will code the game live. That's what we'll do.
Should you do that?
No. I don't even know what I would be working on.
I have technically this guy somewhere at Greybox. He's kind of moving.
Oh, do you wanna
If you want,
show off the model?
or I can show him waving.
But like default Mixamo
Cool.
animations?
No, it's even better.
Oh.
Just like, I don't know.
Well,
Hope you-
send it my way.
Well, I can't really do that. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this.
All right, well that'll do it for the April stream. Thank you for taking the time to watch the VOD. I hope you liked what you saw, and be sure to. Yeah. What?
I can't help but think about the fact that you didn't really beat the boss.
Can you beat the boss?
I mean, you didn't really. You had infinite health. I don't know if we can really.
I mean, the boss. To be fair, the boss also did have infinite health.
Yeah, but I mean, you got him down to 0, but I mean, you got hit a lot. So I mean,
All right, I see where this is going. Let's do it.
I feel like you have
gotta-
to redeem yourself.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll do it. Turning off player immortality.
Bro is
What?
still encumbered.
Yeah. I don't need those. Oh, I have a lot of
It's a lot of helmets and such.
Okay.
Hoods and masks and whatnot.
Send.
You can't.
Wait, is it actually gonna?
You can't.
no,
You
I
can't.
just
You
have
can
to
only
go
go
there.
do it. You have
Okay.
to cheat.
You have to cheat. Secret boss.
You'll probably be able to actually just go there through the elevator and Patreon build, right?
All right. I only have electromagnets.
Good luck. You'll do great, even though you can't see through obstacles.
Oh my god. Already off to a great start. Off to a fantastic start.
No, it's fine. You're good. You're goated. You're gaming. Nice.
Oh my god.
The stance break. So, okay, did we actually explain what the stance meter does?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Look this.
I'll
This is
believe
very
you.
funny. Well, you can reiterate if you want.
Yeah, for anybody who decided to skip to this point in the VOD, so the blue stance meter up there is, when it's full, the boss does not, like, have, basically they don't take hit stun from any of your attacks, you can't stagger them. And you can see that sort of white flash when you hit them when the armor's up, when the stance is up. So that lets them sort of attack indiscriminately. And then when you get that down, you can finally knock them around, you can launch them, all the normal stuff. But you also got to watch out because when you break the stance, the boss will also like be more likely to block you and parry you since your attacks actually matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do take damage either way.
Oh my god. Oh! I've entered my phase 2. So, oh yeah, for boss fights, the boss gets a phase 2, but the player also gets a phase 2. Thought it would make boss fights more dramatic, as well as, oh my god, allowing you to a little more leeway for important parts of the game.
Yeah, it is the boss. It's quite difficult, so having some extra hit points definitely helps.
I'll let the stance get all the way back up.
Okay, very much so.
Nice.
Yes!
Yo!
Oh my god. Yeah!
Yeah, baby.
Got him! I have proven myself.
What? That key card is
Trying
still
to get
there.
me.
That's funny. Oh yeah, you can deflect the pickaxe. If you
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work. It's not like a reflect. It's like a
Yeah.
Deflect.
knock to the
It's
side.
a deflect. Yeah.
That's kind of a fun The pickaxe was fun to code. The pickaxe throw is like an entirely different thing than every other attack because it doesn't have like a normal hitbox.
And yeah, Corrigan.
Bubble. That can't,
Why does it go to the?
that can't be the first thing we show of the boss model.
You sure?
Why? The stream is showing the info combat tutorial pop up right now on Discord.
Are you sure? It's funny though.
It is. Alright.
I want to see it.
Yeah. Let me,
This is a good way to sign off.
Yeah.
yeah.
The final moments of the stream.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
exactly. It's a
Your
good way to
first sneak peek at the real, definitely actual animations being used for the second boss.
Bye bye! Time for end of stream. But yeah, there you go. There he is. In all his glory. Have a great month.
Bye bye. Oh, and be on the lookout for the Patreon build as always. I'll be coming in the blog and everything. Very
All right.
epic.
Very
Yeah.
epic.
All right. See you guys later.